original season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is crazy. Let me explain. The pilot opens in a high school, middle school, in New Domino City in Japan, where Yugi Moto, our protagonist, is teaching a foreign exchange student from Brooklyn, New York, how to play.
Hey, Tristan, Yugi here's teaching me how to play Duel Monsters.
Drooling monsters?
Duel Monsters, you Nimrod.
And Joey's deck is absolute trash. I also want to add that the cards don't have their names, their effects. It's just the attack points, the defense points, and how many stars there are, which the stars don't even matter in the first season. But I love how Yugi hits him with the 1500 beat stick, and Joey's like, what? So then you got Yugi explaining that his grandpa owns a card shop and he's got all these rare cards, and Joey's like, rare cards? I guess it's good that I'm your friend. Kaiba heard rare cards and said, I'm about to run up on this old man and steal that shit. So then we flash to Yugi's grandpa's game store, and you know, everyone's getting back from school and they're like, Grandpa, Joey wants to see this really rare card. Can you show him? And he's like, yeah, you can see that shit. Grandpa pulls out the box and he goes, there's only 4 of these in the world. Now please, look, don't touch. Tristan immediately grabs that shit.
That's special to me.
Door opens, Grandpa being a nice local store owner. Doesn't know the menace that is Seto Kaiba just came to collect on that blue eyes white dragon.
Seto Kaiba?
Joey is just right away showing his American heritage, ready to throw hands. Thank God Yugi's there. Kaiba smug as hell, about to be petty, bringing up Joey's sister, but like, your sister blind, right? And then he sees it. The blue eyes white dragon. I learned my lesson with Tristan. Kaiba throws down the gauntlet, spins his briefcase around, and Grandpa looks like he about to have a stroke. Kaiba says, screw your feelings. I have money. Span down to the shittiest cards in the whole game, bro. I love that Yugi and all his friends are shook. Besides Tristan, he's just like, what are those? Grandpa really does look like he considered it for a second, but then he looks up at Kaiba and goes, I ain't selling none of your bitch ass. Kaiba shook, and Yugi like, I'm so proud of you, Grandpa. Kaiba really is a bitch. Kaiba mad as hell, acting like he doesn't have the other 3 of the 4 blue eyes that exist in the world. Marching his ass out, gets in his private car, and drives back to his building. The very next day, Grandpa's getting ready to open the shop, and Kaiba sends the goon squad, and they pull up like, you better come with us and bring your blue eyes. Grandpa really is a G, because he looks at them and says, what if I say no? Then we break your legs and drag you. The goons pull up. Grandpa's like, do I get my deck or my strap? Later then, Kaiba calls and Yugi answers, and he's like, hello? And Kaiba's like,
Yugi, perfect.
Kaiba?
your grandfather has fallen and he's forgotten his life alert. You better get over here and pick him up. Yugi and his friends finally get to Kaiba Corp, and it really does look like Grandpa had a heart attack, and they really were just dueling. Kaiba, you know, was just being a dick, talking all that shit. Joey ready to throw hands again. Look, I beat your grandfather and won his blue eyes. And then he rips it, bro. Grandpa gives Yugi his deck and goes, you need to beat Kaiba and get my blue eyes back. Little do we know how trash Grandpa's deck actually is, bro. And then Taya has the great idea to draw a smiley face, which I never knew was a smiley face when I was a kid. And she's like, this will be a symbol of our friendship. Little do we know that that'll be one of the main running themes of this show is friendship.
We each begin with 2,000 life points. First player to hit 0 loses. Are you ready to play, Runt?
Playtime is over, Kaiba.
And now we get one of the sickest transformations in anime history just to play a children's card game, bro. Yugi grows up about 10 years. His voice drops like 3 octaves. And you got all these Egyptian hieroglyphics around. Like, this is just a show about a children's card game and people that played it. And now we got a grown-ass man about to look at Kaiba and be like, I'm about to teach you the lesson of your life. Yugi then proceeds to get absolutely dog-walked by Kaiba. And you know Yugi really don't know how to play the game, because Sangan literally gets destroyed here and Yugi does not search his deck. Joey even like, you supposed to do something there. You know the Pharaoh really had like that plot armor when he always had the heart of the cards, always drew into whatever he needed. And like the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Really helped him out because he drew a level 7 monster, was able to summon it immediately. Kaiba really do be having that plot armor in the heart of the cards too, because he draws into his signature blue eyes white dragon. So then you already know Yugi's got to draw into his signature card, the Dark Magician.
Dark Magician, attack! Your Judgman falls.
Eventually, Yugi is staring in the face of the 3 remaining Blue Eyes White Dragons in the world, and he's having a hard time. And then he remembers that there is one thing in his grandpa's pathetic deck that could beat 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. And you know, the plot armor has to be here. The heart of the Cods will bring it to him. And let's not forget the power of friendship. Then we're hit with probably the most iconic line from the entirety of the anime.
Draw your last pathetic card so I can end this, Yugi.
My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba.
Pulls out the head of the biggest G in the entirety of the game. Kaiba is shook. All 5 pieces of Exodia, and Yugi wins.
Exodia, obliterate!
And then, just for good measure, Yugi banishes the evil out of Kaiba's soul. He's still a dick, but he's no longer like a malicious dick, I guess.